It's your girl Michelle, live from Healing Out Loud. I told you I would get back to you with that couple when I bring the picture up because I copied it for you because more charges been filed. I'm going to turn the phone around so you can see them real good. So that's her and that's him and that's them. Alright, I think I got it back up there. So I'm going to read you this. This is interesting now. More charges are getting filed. It says a Florida couple has been charged with child neglect after allegedly keeping their children in the cab of a tractor trailer for years without enrolling them in a school or providing basic medical care, hygiene, adequate food. Investigators said that the children developed a unnatural gout after being confined to a vehicle for 7 years. I thought it was 4 years. 7 years, they found out. The children were reportedly physically deformed because they were confined inside of a vehicle for extended periods of time. I guess so. 7 years. All right, but listen to this. New charges. Keisha Epps, 51, and her fiance, Tamron Marshawn Stewart, 37. She 58, he 37. There is somebody for everybody. Yeah. It looked like he beat her like that. Anyway, allegedly keeping the children inside the vehicle for the majority of the days since October of 2019. According to the arrest report, the children have not been allowed to attend school approximately for 5 years. Investigators reported that the children had limited access to showers, restrooms, and opportunity to exercise for several years. They were poorly fed, did not attend school. We said that already, you know. Epps, a truck driver, regularly drove routes between Miami and Atlanta, while Stewart was responsible for caring for the children. According to Fox News, one of the children told investigators she was suffering from severe burns from cooking noodles as a result of an significant bleeding. Either adult took her to the hospital, leaving the child with permanent scars. All these charges. Well, wait till you hear the big one. Transmitted infection in victims of the alleged sexual abuse has not been identified to the public's report. He was raping her. I said that. I could tell because of the condition. Even after the children informed Epps of the abuse, she allegedly failed to take protective action. Remember I told you, you stay in those relationships and they doing all this, you going to jail, you going to get charged. Because she failed to report the welfare or protect the welfare of the child. You got to be careful. That's why I told you to get out of these relationships like that. Okay, listen. Epps and Stewart have been charged with 4 counts of child neglect, 1 count for each child. They were arrested in Jacksonville Sheriff's Office on August 6, 2026. Each third-degree felony counts. Remember I told you they were felonies? Can you do that? Third-degree felony counts punishable up to 5 years in prison, 5 years probation, and a fine of $5,000. Investigators said the couple actions demonstrated they committed willful failure to omission to provide a child with care, supervision, services necessary to maintain the child's physical and mental health, including but not limited to food, nutrition, clothes, shelter, supervision, medicine, medical services that were prudent would be considered essential for the well-being of the child. Remember I told you? Stewart is also expected to face capital sexual battery charges in the 9th District Judicial District brought by statewide prosecutors. Under Florida law, a conviction for a sexual battery involves a child younger than 12 and can carry out the death penalty or life in prison without parole. The names and ages, sex, and the relationships of the children were read from the public's report before both suspects are being held in Dual County Jail pending trial. Stewart is being held without bond. Epps' bond is set at $400,000. I'm gonna turn this around again. Now, I told you this story the other day. That is crazy, right? Ladies, I'm gonna tell you, I told you that you went to jail. You stay in those relationships like that. When them men are beating you and raping you, what do you think they're doing to your kids? And the kids I told you the kids will tell. You get them from around them parents and they think they safe or they think they can tell somebody, they're gonna do it. Now look at her. Bozo the clown. And I'm not clowning on her. But that's how he beat her. That's how he made her feel unwomanlike, unbeautiful. Look at him. He think he's sexy because he done slept with the child too. Probably talk to every woman that go by. She says something, he beat her. He probably knocked all them teeth out her mouth, pulled her hair out of her scalp. She older. She thinks she got something. Your job is to protect your kids. Where I don't understand is if you're traveling with him from Georgia to Florida, Atlanta, or wherever they said it was, you had opportunity at one of them stops. If they get out of that car, kids going to the bathroom. We all go in the bathroom. You know, we stopped. We get in this car. Don't you gotta pee? Out that car. If I got to scream and holler, help, 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 that's what I'm gonna do. If I can jump in somebody else's car, help, 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 help. But the main thing is, ladies, listen to me. I know when they beat you, remember I told you, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't put certain stuff on them eyes, when you get the black eyes, that your face will permanently look like that. And you could tell in my eyes, I did a good job, especially with this one, and a little bit with that one, but I did a good job with cocoa butter, ice, cucumbers, and just went to sleep, got some rest when I could. Thank God I got my teeth. I always had a gap. I always had big gums. She ain't got no teeth. And she got an overbite with the one that's there. 9 times out of 10, that one was knocked out of place. And she kept it there and it grew like that again. She don't know no better. Education wasn't important because you do what these men want you to do. They're that controlling. You know, you stay with me. You've been on kids and you're so scared to death. And she gonna discover and wherever she going that wasn't right. How she was controlled. She may be, I don't know. But one of the kids, I didn't read the whole story. One of the kids told her that he was sexually abusing her. The one that caught the STD. She didn't say nothing. She didn't do nothing. And the child told the officials that. Now, he's the one facing the capital punishment for sexual battery for a child under 12. But when that trial comes up, I'm telling you what's going to happen. She is going to be a co-defendant. Pay attention to the story. If I can get it, I'll share it with you. Because the child told her that they were being sexually assaulted. He had sex with the child. Now, I don't know whether it's a little boy or a little girl. And don't you ever not believe that little boys don't get raped. Because they do. There's one more person here, so I gotta kind of talk low. Because they do. And it's very sad that any of them get raped. You protect your kids at all costs. You don't never let nobody. I told you. I see an iron or something to get my hand on. And come down right over your head. I don't care if you beat me to death after that. But you're gonna learn. Don't put your hands on my child. And yes, you gotta go to sleep. And once you go to sleep, I'll tell you a story. You know what kind of stories. One night I was getting beat so bad, and I was tired of it. It was like a week of it. To the point where I just couldn't sleep. I didn't care about sleeping. I was so angry. Tired of crying, tired of getting beat up. I sat up all night. Scared the mess out of him. I just sat up in the bed staring at him. I didn't cry. I was done with crying. What was I gonna cry about? I didn't know what to cry about. I just kept staring at him. I wouldn't answer him. Just kept looking at him. You going to sleep? You hungry? I told you. You're smarter than what you think. You just gotta learn how to think fast. I scared him. He couldn't go to sleep. Kept waking up every 5 minutes, and I sat up and watched him because I wasn't sleepy. I just wanted to share that to show you. When I tell you, say the kids, say the kids. Because you'll be the one going to jail in the end. Alright, love you. Give you a hug. I love you. Say the kids.